Hey everybody, I'm TevOllie.
And I'm Ollie.
And this is
TevOllie Talk.
Today we're going to be talking about, did your man want to smash on day one? I'm going to be answering that question.
My man, I don't think that you did.
Yes, I did. Every man on day one wants to dip the toe. In the words of
dip the toe. Well, no, are you talking about our first date? Or?
No, not the first date, but I mean the first opportunity.
Okay.
That you guys get along.
Then yes.
He's going to want to dip the toe.
Okay.
Does your man want to dip the toe? Find out later.
Stop using that. Ew.
Dip the toe.
Cause that's feet. But
the big toe.
The first time that he came over to my house, yeah, he was trying. He was trying, and that was not gonna be the case. I'm gonna tell you how it all went down. So we had our first date, and it was at Olive Garden. It was beautiful. He hates Olive Garden, and so he took an L. He sacrificed
for this one,
for me, and for us. But we had agreed that we had a certain amount of dates that we were gonna go on. And when we got to Red Lobster, which was my favorite restaurant, that was when we were going to take things to the next level. We agreed on this.
The next level.
Okay. So, out of nowhere, after Olive Garden, we didn't go on no other date. After Olive Garden, he all of a sudden wants to go swimming and has nowhere to go but my apartment. So, cool. We can go swimming. It's not inside of my place. The swimming pool is by the leasing office and all this other type of stuff. So I gave him the address. I told him the name of the apartments, and I gave him the address to the apartments. You know what happened?
We went swimming.
No. He couldn't find the apartment. He couldn't find the apartments without my apartment number. It wasn't happening. He was lost in space. And
that's one of our favorite shows, by the way. Everybody.
It is. But he was lost in the sauce, dead wrong, and couldn't find my apartment. Even though he knows all of Memphis, couldn't find my apartment.
There's no way to
couldn't find the apartment complex without my apartment.
There's no way to prove that I know all of Memphis. All right, guys.
Anyways, so I gave him my apartment number. This is very risky. Do not do this, guys, especially with some guy you met on Tinder.
I was more than a guy from Tinder, first of all.
Well, yes, because we hit it off on our Olive Garden date. It was beautiful. Everything. We had so much chemistry. He already talked me into having children with him and all this other type of stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool. But you coming over my place and stuff was not something that I agreed to. We were going swimming, and I was going to go to my apartment, and you was gonna go where you go. Anyways, he couldn't find the place until he got to my apartment. So I went on and gave him my apartment number. That doesn't mean he has to come in. So I gave him my apartment number, and he magically knew exactly where to go.
I needed a physical address, guys. You know how it is, fellas. Like, look, all of that up the street and around the corner stuff. How do I know you ain't trying to rob me? Send me the addy so we know it's real.
Well, we could have been on our dates like we had planned. You the one called the audible and wanted to go
Sometimes
swimming.
You gotta call a quarterback sneak.
Y'all should have heard how desperate it was for him to go swim. I need to go swimming. I can't go through life.
Ask her, do I love swimming?
I know you love swimming. He's very good at swimming. He can hold his breath for a long time, and he should have been a Navy SEAL and all this other type of stuff. But
that means I would have to join the Navy.
But that has nothing to do with you needing my exact address to find an apartment complex. It just
You could.
I knew what was going on.
You could have been trying to set me up for the
I knew what was going on. Anyway, the topic here is about giving it up immediately, and men are usually looking to
Score.
Smash or score. That was better.
So vulgar.
So we
vulgar.
went swimming, right?
Yes.
We went swimming, and there was a lot of natural goddesses out there. I said that to say there was a lot of grease in the pool.
Yeah, a lot of that beeswax.
It was a film.
Like somebody just posed some olive oil in the pool.
Over
A film of oil.
Over the whole pool. So,
and these are nice apartments. Don't like before y'all think like, ooh, they probably saying no. Like these are nice apartments.
Yeah, they alright.
Everybody who lives in this area know where we live is like, okay, those are nice apartments. Like people want to live. They have a line. People want to live here.
Yeah.
And it's like that day. It's like everybody in the wave community got in the pool with do-rags on.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It was a little rough. It was a film over the chlorine water.
Yes.
So we just kind of figured like, hey, this doesn't seem right. We got in the water a little bit and it just wasn't right.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't even show my stuff.
So we came, we went on and came back to my place. Because he needed a towel. You needed a towel. You didn't bring no towel.
I wasn't coming from home.
Where was you coming from?
Why are we bringing up the past? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Well, you said you weren't coming from home. That's where I thought you were.
I was probably coming from Glenn House.
Okay.
I'm sure that's where I was.
Yeah.
Because they stay right down.
Nobody knows who Glenn is. Anyway.
They stay right, like, they stay. The irony of all of this is my friends at the time where I hung out the most, they stayed right down the street from where Ali lived at the time. So it was easy for me to be like, okay, I'm coming over. And I was always pretty much close by, because I stayed all the way on the other side of Memphis at the time.
But he never heard of this place and couldn't find the place. Anyways, we came back to my apartment. Accusations. He came back to my apartment, and then things got a little hot and heavy when we got here. Now, mind you, we had already had our first kiss and stuff like that, because we went to an event together, and that's when that happened, and it was great. But I was not ready to move on into the next level by any means.
Get your freak on.
So we got a little hot and heavy, and he was trying to, not forcefully, but he was trying to segue into that, and I said, I'm on my cycle. Hey, I'm on my cycle. I can't do all of that.
I knew she was lying because we was in the pool, and most girls are not gonna be like,
you don't know.
Yeah, let's go swimming, and they on their cycle.
You don't
never
understand
know
because
how that water may move them draws and that little.
That's not the case. Don't play yourself. Because you can wear things that you can swim with. It's okay. He doesn't know that. He doesn't understand that. He think I was lying. Who knows if I was or wasn't. Anyways, so I said that I was on my cycle, and this individual get up and leave.
Saying it like that make it sound like I was like, I'm sick of this, and I just left. That's not how
exactly what you did.
We sat there, we laid there for a minute and talked, and then I said, all right,
abruptly,
I think it's probably best that I go.
It's probably best that you go, because nothing was going down here. This is as far as we're gonna go. That's how.
In order to save face, I had to leave.
Save face.
You know, like once you get riled up, you don't want to keep pressing the issue, so you just like, we got to live to see tomorrow.
Okay.
But we did though.
We did.
It ain't like I disappeared like Shane putting out.
Thank God we made it, because you would have really went out like a anyways, so he got up and left, and I was like, okay, bet that's what he came here for.
And she thought she wasn't gonna hear from me no more, probably.
I absolutely did. I thought I wasn't gonna hear from him anymore, and that was okay, because in the last videos I told you I was ready to cut people off. If you're not gonna I had some standards, and it just wasn't the case. But I said this to say I got tired. I got tired of waiting. So we never made it to Red Lobster. We never made it to Red Lobster. But these were on my terms. And the reason why we made a video like this is because even though it's very biased, you should always bet on the consent of the woman.
Yeah, I mean,
each party, of course, but consent is necessary.
Yeah.
And once you done put your bid in and it ain't going nowhere, do what you gotta do to get yourself on out of there. Don't force the issue.
No, don't press the issue.
Yes, he did not press me too hard or was like too forceful, and I had to like fight him off or anything like that, because rape culture.
And I'm big. Like, know thine self.
All right.
I'm gonna say that.
Here we are again.
Know thine self. Know thine self.
All right. Don't do too much. You need consent.
Yes.
You need, and that consent needs to be clear.
Yes, clear and concise.
Clear and concise, and without any influence. Keep that in mind. Also, you don't want to give it up too fast.
Yeah.
If you plan on it being something serious.
Yeah. Now if you just gonna booty call them,
yes,
that's just gonna be your little. Well, I'm just gonna. This is what we doing. That wasn't the precedent that she was setting in the beginning.
Yeah.
She told me that she was looking for love when we first met, and that was pretty consistent with those actions. So after that, I pretty much took it serious. But
after I don't come up with
ladies,
like that.
I'm telling you, yes, 9 times out of 10, men want sex when they first meet you. Like that's. Don't get offended. Like, don't be like, see, you just like everybody else. All you wanted was to get your little thing with. Like that, men are trying, like, that's the nature of the beast. There are women like that, all right? And there are men, a few, that are like, I'm not giving it up on the first date. There are a few men like that.
Yes.
But either way it go, somebody is going to want to do it before the other person. Most of the time it's the man. Most of the time we go into it looking like, if we find you attractive, like,
you're gonna shoot your shot.
Yeah, like, lust comes before love.
Well, I want it to be understood that women can do the same thing. And we have desires. Like, of course, you want to know what you're getting into, where you're going when you're out looking for your desires to be met, whether they are a relationship, whether they're just like some jump off stuff. Like, women can have jump offs too, and it can be on the same level as men, but it should be looked at in the same light. And as long as everybody is protecting themselves, and there is clear consent, then it doesn't make a difference if it's a woman or a man that's initiating this idea or that thinks this way. It doesn't matter, as long as, like I said, I'm gonna say it again, protection and clear consent. That is the main, like, the most important details in
don't be
taking things to the next level.
Don't be overly aggressive, fellas. Like, if she say no, and you really like, all right, come on, like, and she
you
say
can
no,
just get up and walk out, like this guy.
But you end up in a relationship if you want one, if that's what you're looking for. And if not, then hey, it's okay. Like that exchange, man. This is for everybody. The initial exchange of, all right, I want to have sex. What's your play? That the response to that is like the number one influence on the remainder of the relationship. Like, if you give it up and you don't hear from him anymore, or you don't hear from her anymore, don't be upset because they didn't want anything else. Yeah, they didn't want nothing else. Like, that's all they were looking for. You have to make them take you serious, and the only way you can make them take them serious is having the keys in your hand, saying, no, you're not driving today. I'm driving today. And
that's the thing. I took him serious when we first started talking. He got into my head and stuff like that. We had our first date and it went well. I was not ready to go to the next level with this person, even though he was ready. And because I wanted to get to know him more. I was interested. I was intrigued. I want to know some more. And so that's not going to happen today, because I need to know a little bit. I need to know some more about you. Now, like I could have felt like, yeah, it's cool, we can do it, and we could have still ended up where we are. I don't know, but we could have still ended up where we are. But that was my decision. It was my choice. I had power over it, and I took control of it. Over it. I said that I didn't want to do this, or I said that this is not going to happen today for whatever reason.
It's less likely that we are where we are today had I gotten my way on day one. I mean, them just facts. Like, ladies, get offended. Like, oh, he ain't shit, girl. Like, leave him. No, I'm telling you, your man watching this with you, or that you are thinking about right now, wanted to smash on day one. I don't care what he say. If he say the latter, he lying. He wanted to smash. He probably tried to smash, or he probably like was stalling, dropping you back off at the house. Was like, all right, well,
I'm gonna stop here real quick.
I'm gonna stop by the gas station real quick. If he stopped by the gas station on the way to the house, a buddy went and got them. He went and got a little Jimmy. He went and got him a little Jimmy.
Maybe.
But, hopefully. Jesus.
Could have got some rolling papers or what. I mean, but anyways.
Or what they say in some Black and Miles for rolling weed.
Black and Miles for rolling weed. Got some Rillos or something. Who knows?
They said Black and Miles for rolling.
Black and Miles for rolling weed. Anyway, we're going to cut that out.
I'm sorry. That's not funny.
That's
sorry.
not funny.
Like, prayers out.
And it's not legal here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Not in Tennessee.
Yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah, I mean, there are some people, maybe not him, or maybe not a majority of guys, there are some people that don't judge by if you give it up the first day or whatever the case may be. You know, that doesn't change the person that you are, or like the personality that you bring to the table and all that other type of stuff. Like, women can be sexual beings, and they can get out and get they swerve on, like the old folks say, and still be upstanding women, and should not be looked in a light of disgrace.
Y'all probably got dudes in the back pocket just waiting to waiting to dial up. They just on the bench. They on the practice squad.
Yeah. Ready.
Yep. What you mean? Yeah, ready.
I'm just saying, because that's the thing. That's the truth. There's nobody ready for me. I put that out there that that's not the case for anything that I got going on. I don't do it. I don't want to do it. It's never going to happen. So, that's not the case for me. I'm speaking in general, of course, my love. But anyways, that was our experience the first time that we had like a little instance of prying into what's the next step for this and that situation.
I tried to dip the toe, y'all.
He tried to dip the toe. That was not happening.
I wanted to see if the water was warm.
That was not, his toe remained ashy.
It was not ashy.
Your
because
toe remained ashy.
That pool had plenty of oil in it.
Well,
you know the pool is oily and nasty when you get out of a chlorine pool and you don't get ashy.
It was rough in there. I had to take a shower. It's dirt. That's dirty and that's nasty.
Didn't I take a shower?
No, you didn't take a shower here. You left.
When did I take? Oh, never mind. There may be another video. When did I take my first shower?
The first time we did.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Stop doing that, you freaking. Anyways, I'm a saint, and he tried to taint
don't lie.
He tried to taint it. So, but I'm not.
Yeah.
We're speaking to the public here.
But yeah, it's okay. Don't get offended if somebody approaches you with sex. Draw a line, and the line you draw is going to be one of the number one determining factors on how that person respects you, how they view you moving forward, if they really feel like you're somebody they should take serious or not. If they meet you, they kick it with you the first time, and y'all are just bumping and grinding, don't get upset if you don't hear from them again. If you really care about that person, like, sex is not going to tie a person down. It's not. And if you make somebody wait and they still are persistent, they still talking to you, they still coming around, like
that could be serious.
That could be serious. Maybe they could actually like you, or y'all may just be friends, like.
And that's okay.
And that's definitely all right. Ain't nothing wrong with just being friends.
Yeah, and call the police if somebody is forcing themselves on you. Do not be afraid of that.
Not that I forced myself on. Like,
no, he didn't force himself on me.
Keep that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, he did not. He did not force himself on me. He was not forceful. He was not distributing any rape culture in my home or anything like that. But definitely, time is up for a lot of men, and we understand that in society today. You don't have to call the police, but please let people know that this is not where it's going. If that's not where you want it to be.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Men gonna have to be okay with that. You're not getting your way. You're not getting the whatever. Go on to the one that is gonna give it to you. It's okay.
Yeah. If look, check this out. Food for thought. Dude, like if you tell somebody no when they throw a temper tantrum, don't feed into that.
Yeah.
Man, what? Yeah, see, that's the problem. You different. I ain't trying to be.
And you are like everyone else.
Don't feed into it.
Move on. Move on.
Like, look, I said no.
Yeah.
Get your hands off me. That's the only time I'm telling you to get your hands off me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I didn't have to say anything else. He was very like, okay.
Yeah.
And before he could even do anything to make me feel anything negative, he went on and left.
Yeah, that's like why even do all of that? I put it out there. I knew I was gonna talk to her again after that. It's just I was
trying,
and I was denied.
Yeah, and we move on.
And we moved. We left that situation alone. And we came back, and it was beautiful every day from then on.
Yes. That sums it up.
Yeah.
Nice, short, and sweet. Not really.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you for subscribing. We have like a few subscribers.
Yeah, shout out to the people that gave. Oh, and I don't know if y'all noticed. You want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
Do y'all hear that?
Do y'all hear that?
No smoke detector.
Yeah.
We got to fix. Shout out to Zach R.
I think that's
I believe that's how you say it. If it's like something different, I do apologize.
He's in the comments.
Well, I mean, he or she or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're in the comments on our starting over video, voiced an opinion about our smoke detector, which we needed to change the battery on.
They did.
We apologize for it, and this individual was so kind and said that they watched our video all the way through, and thanks for sharing, and we appreciate you for watching.
Yes,
shout out to you.
Shout out to you specifically.
Yes, and everybody else. All right.
But we were thinking about that anyways. Like we heard it when we did our playback, and it was like, man, we don't want to shoot this again. It's hard to create magic twice. Lightning don't strike in the same spot. So we just like, all right, we're gonna roll this out, but we're gonna get that fixed. And as you can tell, we got it fixed. Mm-hmm. I turned the air off a while ago and it never cut off. But I guess it was like, dude, it's 35 degrees outside. Sorry, so.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah. Probably less.
I think it's less.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna get this perfect for you guys. We really want you guys to enjoy this. I think so far we're getting some good feedback. So we're gonna keep it rolling. We're just gonna keep on rolling.
All right.
We just gonna keep.
Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. Peace.